Make thorough research about this skill, either online or offline. Doing research makes you to stand at a better position, not to quit so early on learning this skill. From research, you will be able to gather knowledge about the potentials of this skill and where it can get you to. Never start something with no understanding of it. When starting something when you don't have understanding of it, what can happen is you will be busying yourself on things that are not very important or things that are not necessary, or you will be busying yourself on a particular thing which is necessary, but there are a lot of other things too which you should bring, other variables you should bring into play, and you will not bring them because that is the only necessary thing you know about the skill. So you will be busy on developing that part of it when you've never came across the other part of it, which is the other necessary things you don't know about. So always try to make research and know and have an overview of everything in the skill set, not everything but a special area in that skill set, and try to communicate with people that have already acquired these skills. Talking about understanding, the next point is review the works or services of people who have already acquired the skill, making income out of it. This strategy will make you to be always aware of the high contrast between you and them, making you to be conscious about improving yourself, learning and trying new things. So, what you can do is always try to follow either on social media or wheresoever the works or services of people who have already acquired the skill you are looking for. This is very important because you might think the skill you are looking for is limited to a particular area. You don't follow anybody doing such skills, and what can happen is that you will see them do certain things you will not know. But if you know that those things are part of your skill, now you'll have a sense of, you'll not be limited. You'll have a sense of everything. You can explore into wider areas of the skill. When you know this and you'll not limit yourself, you'll always be improving and you'll be ahead. From learning and trying, the next point is make them your mentors. I believe we've all agreed that you can learn pretty much everything online, if not everything, but a little of everything online. Tutorials and mentorships are different. If you have the opportunity to make anyone your mentor in the high level niche of the skill, go for it. Because when you have a mentor, either a virtual mentor or a one-on-one mentor, is very important because you'll be doing certain things which are not the best ways of doing it. It might be a good thing, but they are not the best ways of doing it. So you doing that before realizing the best way of doing it might take you for years. But when you have a mentor and you show it to him, you do it only one time and show it to him. He will tell you all what you have to improve on, including the best way of doing that thing. So it took you only few hours for you to know, in comparison to someone who it took for years to understand it by himself or to come across it on the internet or somewhere. The fourth thing is do not walk through the basics of the skill. It is the foundation you are going to build your skill on. Just take it as a building. The deeper and stronger the foundation, the more floors you can have on it. 2 years was spent on building only the foundation of the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. This is it. When learning a skill, always try to dig and go deep with the basics. When you go deep with the basics, you will be able to build yourself to be professional in the work or in the skill. Always try to understand any concept you come across when it is concerned with the basics of the skill. It is where it starts. This is what most people make mistakes. That's why even if they become professionals, they will always go back to the basics to search for certain things. Or if they see the work of other people in their niche, they will feel like they are behind. Not that it's because all the knowledge you are having, they have the same thing and they make their basics stronger. So they will come up with creativity, with more innovative minds of doing things because the basics is strong. But when your basic is not strong, the small thing you know from basic is what you will be building on. But these people know so many other things, so many other elements they can put into their work. The fifth point is make small things big. How can you do this? Well, listen. When you learn a thing of the skill, try to use that small knowledge in different ways. For example, when it's graphic design, the first lesson you learn how to type the text, how to change the font size, the color. So what you can do is try to bring in many text, okay, many text and giving them different colors, arranging them on different locations of the page or different locations of the artboard when working, and trying to give them strokes, and just be creative with that text. Try to be creative with only that text. Or when it is video editing, the first lesson you learn was to cut the videos and put transitions in between them. Try to bring in different kinds of videos and put transition in between them in professional ways, whereby if anyone who watch your that video will think you are a professional who did only the cutting and transitions between the, but not knowing you are a beginner. They will just think it's a professional, but he didn't want to do much of the work on it. He did only the small part. This is how you go. These are not the only cases. Maybe you want to even develop a skill like boxing or any other sport. It's the same thing. The small thing you learn, try to make it big by practicing it and thinking about better ways of doing it. That is very important. 6. Do not ask your friend or family to comment or rate your work. Now, when I when I'm when I give you this advice, I don't mean you should not show them your work or you should not ask them whether your work is good or not. I just want you I just want to make you aware of something. You can ask them to rate your work. You can ask them to comment on your work, but let me give you this. What family and friends do most of the time is they always want to encourage you and they don't want you to see them as bad people. So even if you are doing a bad work, okay, or if you are having, if your skill is not, or even if you are doing a bad work or a bad service, they will always want to keep motivating you. They will always say it is good, keep working on it, it's fine, this and that, that and that. That is not what you need. What you need is someone who will stand and tell you the truth and tell you that this work is bad, this work is not good, do this and do that. That's why earlier on I was talking about mentors, but this one not even mentors. Try to make someone, try to get someone who will be honest about his or her thoughts on your work. This is very important because even that family member or friend can be telling you this is good but it's fine, just keep trying. If he has a work of your skill, he already see your work and he sees other people's work, so he will give it to them. There's a high chance that he will give it to them because he knows you are not at that level yet. But if you have someone who is honest to you and gives you the truth, that is very important. That is what will build you. And also, another effect it can have is maybe even you are a good, your works are professional, okay, what it can do it when they start promoting you, you can feel like, yeah, now you are good, now you have broken the chain, you are fine to go with it. When you have more to develop on, the more you learn, the more you realize that you have you have less knowledge. The more you learn, that's the more you realize that you need to learn more. This is it. Start putting your skill to work and share it to as many people you can. Start branding yourself. Hey, wait. I don't mean bragging, it's branding. If it is a graphic design, try to make designs every day, posting it on your status and other social media outlets. When it's video editing, do the same thing. When it is digital marketing, start looking at a small business, or you create your own small business and start branding it, start marketing it digitally, and post your progress on social media and media other platforms so that people will see that you are doing these things. Meanwhile, you are building yourself. So try to always do these things. So where this will lead you is monetize your skill. So now when you are ready to monetize your skill, that is, you are able to take payments from people in return of the value you will give to them, either in a work form or in services from your skill. Now, the main aim or the main motive of learning skills, most percentage of people, is to make money. That is the main reason. So the bigger part of it is making money. You should try to make research on how you can make money on your skill. Do not think the only thing you know about, like when it's graphic design, you know that you can make logos, flyers and banners for people. That is where it stops. No, there are a whole lot of other things in graphic design where you can make money from. If you want to make much money, you don't concentrate on one thing, you concentrate on other different things. So when I talk about monetize your skill, it doesn't mean when you learn the skill you must be rich from the skill, or when you learn the skill you must earn money from the skill. That is not it. It's based on other variable, other things are there too that are to be put under consideration when it's about making money. But having a skill is never a regret, will never be a regret. Having a skill, even if you are not gaining money from this skill, but when your skill is good, people are seeing it. Other people will want to have the same thing, so they can even approach you for teaching them, and you can charge them money for teaching them. You see, this is the beauty of having skill and knowledge in general. Thank you for watching this.